No, sir.
What?
You are in custody right now. If you leave the courtroom, it's a felony escape.
That's a felony to put me in custody because you have no authority or jurisdiction or standing.
All right, everyone. Today we've got one of the most intense and outrageous court hearings I've seen in a long time. This case involves a sovereign citizen who refused to turn himself in after a warrant was issued for his arrest. Now, brace yourselves because this defendant goes completely off the rails. At one point, he even claims he doesn't exist. You honestly can't make this stuff up. Also, apologies for the video quality. It's not the best, but trust me, the drama more than makes up for it. This is easily one of the wildest court moments I've come across, and I can't wait to hear what you all think about this guy's bizarre arguments. If you're into crazy courtroom showdowns like this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let's jump right into it. Asterisk, asterisk.
Okay, so you failed to appear for court multiple times in this case.
Your Honor, just for the record, the named defendant is actual property, a registered trade name.
Oh, here we go.
And the case has also been certified as a fraud. I have court certified documents to prove that. That should be on the record. And that's the reason why it was certified to be a fraud, because the plaintiff is a foreign-owned private corporation, of which I have no contract with, and neither does the registered trade name. And the registered trade name has been used without authorization and permission, and there's an act of identity theft. And that's probably one of the reasons also why the state has acquiesced that both cases are a fraud. Let me add one more piece of information. I am a foreign sovereign with respect to the privately owned foreign corporation known as the state of Washington.
Yes, on the 303 matter, Mr. Haywood was sentenced to serve 4 days in jail. He failed to report to the jail on June 29, 2023, and we're asking him to be taken into custody to serve that time.
No objection, Your Honor. I actually contacted the jail to make special arrangements to deliver the defendant with the special arrangements to not damage the paper, and the jail refused. So I attempted to deliver the defendant, and objection, the state has no standing as they are representing a privately owned foreign corporation, and the prosecutor is not licensed to practice law in this country.
So this guy walks into a jail with a random piece of paper that has his name on it and claims he's trying to turn himself in for a warrant. Like, seriously, did he think they'd just look at the paper and say, "Yep, that's good enough, we'll arrest you now"? Of course not. They didn't take it because it's literally just a piece of paper with no legal value. Honestly, I can't tell if this guy is totally delusional or if he's just acting for attention. I've seen a bunch of sovereign citizen cases before, but this dude is on a whole different level. The stuff he says is just out there, like he's making it up as he goes. What do you think? Is he serious or just playing a part? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's get back into this wild courtroom circus.
Okay, so I think it's the 303 that he was convicted and ordered to do jail, and you believe that he didn't comply with jail because there's a docket entry that said defendant complied with jail. Maybe that was an error.
That was probably my attempt to deliver the defendant to the jail, but they refused. And just to clarify, the defendant only exists on paper, just as the plaintiff only exists on paper. The jail refused the paper, and here we are today. And the state still hasn't proven standing yet, by the way, as well.
So, Mr. Haywood, it doesn't look like you did the sentence on the 303 matter, and so I am going to quash the warrant. However, I am going to have you serve that time.
Okay, well, I'll deliver the paperwork to the jail. That's fine. I tried to once before, but they refused it. And just to clarify, I'm not the defendant. There is nothing on there, nor is there any testimony from anybody as firsthand witnesses under penalty of perjury that I am the defendant. And I've uploaded plenty of documentation to prove I'm not the actual defendant. That is a registered trade name, matter of public record, and registered with the state. So if you want me to serve some jail time, then we're going to need to change who the defendant is, because I'm not the defendant.
All right. So can you upload a new commitment?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the reason they couldn't put my name on there as a defendant is because I'm a foreign sovereign with respect to the corporate entity known as the state of Washington, of which I have no contract with.
Well, you had your day in court on the 303 matter. You had a trial. You represented yourself or the defendant, whichever way you want to say it, but you represented the defendant yourself, and you were convicted, and you were ordered to serve 4 days in jail. You didn't do that. And so
The defendant was ordered to serve 4 days in jail, and I attempted to deliver the defendant to the jail, but the jail refused.
okay, well, I'm going to make sure that they don't, because I've done a new commitment for you today so that they won't refuse for the defendant to serve that time. You're going to serve those 4 days, and then you'll be released, and nothing more will happen on that 303 case. You'll be done. And then this case will be heard August 24th at 10:30 in the morning. If you change your mind about representing yourself, then you can ask for help if you want it. If you don't want help, we don't have to have it. So we'll see you in August. I'm going to have you take a seat right over there.
I won't be here for the defendant August 24th. Would you like me to deliver the defendant to the jail?
I would like you to sit over there
Is there any standing
with the
or
defendant.
jurisdiction chosen, proven here yet?
Please go take a seat.
Okay, so let the record reflect no jurisdiction has been proven.
This whole two personalities act is getting way out of hand. Honestly, I think the judge should have held him in contempt by now. He's being flat out disrespectful, constantly interrupting, arguing about jurisdiction like he's got any chance of winning this case. The moment he said he doesn't even identify with his own name, yeah, if it were me, that's when I'd have hit him with contempt. You just can't walk into a courtroom and act like that, especially when you're the one supposed to be following the law, not inventing your own version of it. It's frustrating, but also kind of fascinating to watch. I mean, should the judge have done more? Or is this just one of those wild cases where all you can do is sit back and enjoy the chaos? Let me know what you think in the comments. And now, let's get right back into it.
And neither has the identity of the defendant definitively been established.
Okay, please go take a seat. Sonia Sesko, customer 231022402. Mr. Haywood, sit down.
Am I obligated to follow these rules?
You are going to sit down right now.
Do you have any jurisdiction? I don't believe you have any jurisdiction that's been proven yet.
Please sit down.
Are you threatening me with violence?
I'm asking you to sit down.
You only have authority over the defendant. He has no authority over you.
What are you doing?
Mr. Haywood?
You're escaping?
I got things to do.
No, sir.
What?
You are in custody right now. If you leave the courtroom, it's a felony escape.
That's a felony to put me in custody because you have no authority or jurisdiction or standing. You got some proof of that?
Okay, well, we are all being recorded, so if you leave this courtroom, it'll be a felony escape charge. Your choice.
Okay, well then, I guess in the best interest of peace, in regards to your violence, I will go ahead and relax for a minute, but let's get with it. I got things to do. Got it?
What was that just thrown?
Car keys.
Do you know that person?
Yeah, they're my boys.
Okay. All right. So thank you. Mr. Haywood has been very disruptive. He tried to leave the courtroom once he was placed in custody. So just FYI, be careful with him.
So, give me a break. Can I just see just need to see it, thank you. Can I see who's being put into custody, please? I just need to see the name. I just need to see the name of the person. Okay, that's not me, that's the problem here.
Christopher Sanborn's matter. We're here today on
That's not me.
compliance issue.
The name is same, but that's my registered trade name. I got all that documentation right here.
Okay, good. So we're gonna take care of it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is the defendant, technically.
If you want that, I can go with you, put everything private.
Hold on 1 second. Well, that's taken care of.
We can figure it out and get the right name.
Did she file a notice of appearance?
I will make sure that she does, Your Honor.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't had enough coffee yet today. So yeah, no, you've got Ms. Bradshaw, so that's fine. You don't need to do those forms. but she does need to file a notice of.
All right, that's enough of this sovereign citizen nonsense. Honestly, it was about time they took this guy into custody. He's clearly not well and seems to have memorized the entire sovereign citizen script word for word. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the group leaders in those online forums. They really believe they can just opt out of the law by saying they're not part of the system. But that's not how it works. You can't just shout, "I'm not subject to your laws," and expect to walk free. They act like they've found some secret hack, but in reality, they're just making things worse for themselves. These people are so deep into conspiracy theories, they can't even see that they're only hurting themselves. The law doesn't care about your sovereign claims. Scream all you want, jail is still waiting. And what's wild is that most of these cases could have been resolved with a simple fine. But instead, they go full sovereign and end up getting locked up. Let me know, do you think this guy actually believes this stuff? Or is he just playing the part? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoy crazy courtroom moments, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.